building a force sensor for telerehabilitation so that whenever a patient is recovering, they can send their physical therapist data from home about how strong their muscles are as they're recovering. This past week, we surveyed a number of different physical therapists to see how they felt about this idea. 20 physical therapists took the survey. 90% of them said that muscle strength is one of the most important things to monitor during patient rehabilitation. And while 95% of them already have a way of measuring force, they still believe that it would probably be useful to have a better force measuring device that patients could use at home for sending recovery information remotely. So that's the device that we're trying to build. We made prototypes. Prototype number 1. You know what, we're just not going to talk about this one. Prototype number 2. We wanted to have a tensile load sensor, essentially, that would measure how strong someone could pull something. We at least wanted to have 2 components. One that you could hold onto or wrap around your leg, and another component that reads the force. So Tatiana's going to try to extend her knee, and then you can see the reading go up in the red bar, and then it goes down whenever she relaxes. And then we also purchased some electronic components that would ultimately be necessary for the device to operate.
So we have our load cell right here, and this is what's actually measuring the force when you pull on it. And then that's measured by the amplifier right here, which is hooked up to the computer. And then so when we run our program, it can measure the force.
The force is strong with this one. Ultimately, we want it to be wireless, although just for feasibility purposes right now, we're just going to keep it wired to keep things simple. We also needed to think of something to put all of the electronic components in so that that could eventually connect to the handle or the anchoring device to keep it rigid.
So what we have here is a first concept SolidWorks design file of our force sensor.
Tatiana, what are you working on?
I am working on the IRB. There are 7 or 8 sections with a lot of detailed questions.
So yeah, we're working on getting human testing approved at some point so that we can test the accuracy of our device, building some SolidWorks housing, and working on getting a functional prototype up and running.
Thank
you.